like my grandma. She's nice, and I love her. I remember going to the gathering place with her, and I remember playing with her.
St. George, Maine, Saturday in May. The Clayton and Amy Thompson family is abuzz with activity, starting with a new front porch, and then back in this room, we're putting together some shelves for lockers for the kids. Well, Amy's putting them together with Sam. And the kids are in the backyard jumping on the trampoline.
One summer day, we were at the cabin, and it must have been during a holiday because I remember the Latimers being there too. And it was perfect beach weather, so we were at our favorite beach spot at Hebgen. And I remember this being one of the only memories I have where Mom came with us to, we always called it Frog Island, but apparently it's called Bird Island. And not only did she come with us, but she was catching frogs right alongside us. And this year, and maybe the year prior and the year after, the prime frog catching spot on the island was this little, small, murky, it was almost like a mini pond with nasty, warm water, tall grass, but it really just had so many frogs living in it. And the biggest downside was that there were so many mosquitoes, just swarms of them all over. And I just have this memory of Aunt Helen and Hannah and I swatting all over and just going crazy because there was way more mosquitoes right here than anywhere else. And there's so many mosquitoes in the summer in West. But then I just have this memory where I looked over at Mom in her, this big sun hat that she always wore. And I don't know if she was even wearing this, but I picture her in one of those, wraps, beach wraps, just kind of holding up with one hand really gracefully so it didn't hit the murky water. And she was so calm, and she said, "Mosquitoes don't bite me. They just don't like my blood." And I've just always been really blown away by Mom's ability to be a calm in the storm, or in this case, a calm in the swarm. But yeah, I just feel like no matter what our family was going through, whether it was a specific person or the whole family, I just feel like Mom was always able to remain calm, and I'm sure that meant a lot of tears and sleepless nights behind the scenes. And I just know that Mom sacrificed so much for the comfort of her kids, and she still does. So Mom, I sure love you. Happy Mother's Day. I wish I could give you a big hug. Thanks for always being willing to go on fun adventures with me.
Happy Mother's Day, Amy. Some of my best memories are just conversations that we've had, and one of the things that I love is how you are like this deep well of information and knowledge, but you know, when I ask your advice, you don't like jump to it and just want to tell everybody what to do, but you're really just sort of like humble and thoughtful about it, and like even will go away and kind of think about it and then come back to me with, you know, whatever you've been thinking, whatever advice, and you always give really great advice. One time, and I can't remember what we were doing, like I think I was up in Idaho with the kids by myself or something, and maybe we were going to Rilda's or something, I don't know, but for some reason you and I were just in the car by ourselves going somewhere. And that was just one of my best memories, because I'm sure like all of your kids, you know, that one-on-one time is sort of rare, but it just was so fun. Like we just took this long drive and we were going somewhere and just talked the whole time, and it was really, really fun, and we just had a great time. And I have great memories of when you came out to help after Nina was born, and that was just lovely because, you were just so cheerful the whole time, and the kids loved having you here, and it just made our whole home so sweet. So, love you.
Hey Mom, happy Mother's Day. One of my memories I have of you is having one little tiny Snickers bar a day as your treat. And I remember hearing you say that if you just have your little Snickers bar, that was like, you know, not even the fun size, but I need like 12 king size for one day. But the point of that is that you have just so much self-discipline, and I see it in some of my brothers and sisters, just the kind of self-discipline you have to eat healthy and to be faithful and to live your life just by a higher standard than anyone ever expects of you. And you set a good example for us as kids, and I hope to live up to that example and memory of you. Love you, Mom. Happy Mother's Day.
Hi, Grandma. Happy Mother's Day. One of my favorite memories with you is when we went to the hot springs. I really love... Hey, Dad, we swim in there. Remember that? Swimming in there with you. I swam in there too. Remember what I did?
Tell us about it.
I did it too.
Did you go with Grandma in the hot pools?
No, I went on the steps because I don't want to go in the deep water. I just went on the bench.
Are you ready for your interview?
Yeah, can you take it over by that tree?
Sure.
I want to be sitting in the tree. So, some of my favorite memories of Grandma are probably when we used to go to the cabin and everyone would be there and Grandma would give us some of her yummy gum. And then also when we would wake up in the morning at the cabin and she would make pancakes for us and they were so yummy. And I also, some of my other favorite memories are probably when we were riding in the car with her to the airport when she came to visit us in Maine. And probably also when she came down for my birthday.
As I was looking through all these photos, I was just overwhelmed with gratitude for my childhood. The things I thought about were all the quality time we got to spend as you took me to ballet class, as we did adventures as a family. And it's funny because I know we had a big, crazy family, but I have so many memories of riding in the car with you or going out to lunch with you or just really feeling like you were there for me to listen to whatever I had to say. You threw me great birthday parties, and another thing that's really special to me is that you got to be involved in some years of my activity days and in a lot of years of Young Women's. I really looked forward to seeing you every week and to getting to have you there with me at girls' camp to bring fresh food, you know, when all the other girls had to say goodbye to their moms. I love you so much, Mom. Thanks for the endless amount of love and patience you have for my kids and for Jeff and me, and you mean the world to us. Love, Molly.
Hi, Amy. This is your son-in-law, Jeff. I chose this picture, even though I'm not in it. I think I'm the one who took the picture. It's of us on like our first big family trip that we went on together to Missouri to go to all the church sites. I picked it just because it was like, I don't know, I just thought it was a really good bonding experience that we got to have. I got to know you guys a lot better since we spent all that time in that rental van together. And I just was such a great, memorable trip because I got to learn a ton about church history with you guys, and I think it was on that trip that I knew that I have really rad in-laws, especially a really awesome mother-in-law, and I love you a ton. Happy Mother's Day.
Hi, Grandma. This is Nora. I have this memory, and Grandma came with me to it, and it's about me and Grandma going to a dog sled, and we took a picture with Grandma and a husky and a pomsky, and we got to see Liz's dog sled race, and it was fun, and we cheered on for Liz as she went. So, and we had tons of fun, and we talked to Liz, and we got to have fun. We got cotton candy and hot chocolate. Happy Mother's Day, Grandma. We love you. Hi, Grandma. It's Brooks. Happy Mother's Day. I love you. I love to read books together. I'm Daniel Tiger. Grandma, my favorite book is Daniel Tiger. I love you. Happy Mother's Day. One of my favorite memories is talking on the counter and making juice with you. And smoothies. I just love how you're the best grandma. Bye. I love you, Grandma.
What's that? Airplane?
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Tissy.
Oh.
Happy Mother's Day. I just wanted to share two of kind of funny memories. One time, my mom and I snuck Wendy's into a movie theater, and it was like the best movie theater treat, and everybody in the theater was like, did somebody sneak a hamburger in here? And that was just like a really fun memory that I have with my mom. And then another one is, and you might have to edit this one out, Christopher, because I don't need to out anyone, because I don't know if Henry knows about this yet, but one Sunday morning, we brought in the Sunday paper, and my mom was in the other room, and she unrolls it, and I just hear this scream. She's like, ah! And I run in there, and she's holding the paper to her chest so nobody can see what's on the front page. And it is Henry's dog, Roxy, up for pet adoption, and it's like right on the front page. And Mom and Dad had told Henry that the dog ran away because it was just like such a terrible dog. They had to just get rid of it and just like play it cool. And when Mom screamed and I ran in there, she just burst into laughter and kind of panic at the same time because they got rid of the dog without telling anybody, and that was very funny. Anyway, love you, Mom.
Ready? This might take a few tries, so. Okay, you got me? My favorite memory with Grandma would probably be when we were playing Quirkle and I pulled out a Quirkle train and everybody was just like, wow, but Grandma was just like so encouraging and it was really fun. I love you, Grandma, so much, and I'm so glad that you came here. And that you're always just caring and you always think about other people.
I feel like all my memories are always times when you've come and bailed me out, but when I thought of this last year, probably my favorite memory with you was right when we had just got home from the hospital with Ira and he was all crazy on tons of medication, and you came for Thanksgiving and made all the shopping lists and did all the cooking, and it was such a relief for me, and I was so grateful to have you here, to have emotional support, and just to have you help us and make it a happy holiday despite our stress. So you're really good at coming to save the day, and I always really appreciate it.
Hey Mom, happy Mother's Day. One of my favorite memories with you is kind of an ongoing memory. I just loved reading books with you all throughout my life, and I just remember being a little kid and being so excited to read books with you at bedtime. And I remember this one time in particular when I got the book. I want to say it was like a Mercer Mayer book or something, but I can't really remember. And for some reason, something that was in there just made us laugh so hard, and we spent forever before I went to bed just laughing about it. And that just helped me go to sleep that night, because I always had such a hard time and felt so scared going to sleep. But that was just one of my favorite memories of us reading together. I love you so much. Happy Mother's Day.